We have, for the long time, looked at the retirement plans around Kenyans. We realized that there's a huge gap in savings. It's common knowledge that most Kenyans do retire into old age poverty because of lack of planning. And so as a company, we have decided to sit down, listen to the customers, and say, how do we package and reposition the solutions that we have from the ordinary Kenyan with no limit in terms of minimum contribution. They can set aside some money that can work towards their old age income. So the reason why we have this today is really to mobilize savings from Kenyans, give Kenyans accessibility to savings solutions targeted towards retirement. 26% of Kenyans are on pension plans in one form or another. Out of those 26%, 22% are formally employed, meaning 4% are in the informal segment. So what that means is the majority of Kenyans are left out in terms of pensions and retirement planning. That's a gap in itself. When we look at the majority of Kenyans, they are in the informal sector. So as financial services institutions, we have to come about with products and solutions that address and speak to the informal sector. Now, the informal sector is very dynamic. Income is not, regular like a formal employee. How do we create solutions that will still meet that need? There are very good initiatives the government has done to improve the uptake of pensions. One, there is tax relief that they give. Two, they have introduced products like post-retirement medical solutions, and they also attract tax incentives. So a lot of Kenyans do not connect the two. Obviously, it feels the products are out there, and what we're doing is we want to bring it close to the normal mwananchi, and they are able to plug in on a day-to-day basis and see how it is that they can work towards dignifying their retirement. Allow me to say one thing. We want, as a company, Sanlam, we want to really work towards improving the dignity of our retirees. When you retire in dignity. You do not retire into old age poverty. It should not be something that is for the high elite, that is something away from everyone. With as little as 500 shillings a month, you can put aside and it will work towards your retirement income. The Gen Z are actually very financially aware. You look at the uptake of unit trust, and I'll use this example. Our sister company Sanlam Alliance is here. Money market funds have drastically grown in the last 2 to 3 years, driven by the uptake of young people wanting to set aside some money. So first I want to commend Gen Z. From the data that we look and see, they are aware that they need to plan for themselves financially. They're very independent, but at the same time, they want accessibility, they want simplicity, they want transparency. And that's what we are promising you on this platform.